Hey guys, Iceluslol here, and I'm bringing you an Ashe game today. This is Ichthyosauria, and this is a Silver 1 NA game. Today we've got Janna Ashe against Jinx Brand. Brand is popping up in support role lately, probably due to Riot's promotion of him. This is an interesting lane. Basically, Ashe Janna is the poke lane, I would say, the control lane. Jinx Brand is the all-in lane. So Janna has disengage, she has heal, the shields and stuff. Ashe has initiate, disengage, kite, poke, slow, all that kind of stuff. And pretty much with Brand and support role, he's good at one thing, and that's just all-inning and killing people. Once he gets to like, you know, level 3 maybe, has a few points in pillar, he can do some poke, but pretty much it. So I would have, that's actually a pretty decent poke. I would have been like probably standing a little bit further back from Jinx. She was hitting you with her minigun, meaning she had 525 range and you had 600 range as Ashe. So I would, you know, don't let her walk up. Well, right there she had rockets, but in general, like if she has, you know, minigun out, don't let her walk up to you. The other thing I would have done is I would have warded this brush here. See, because Brand keeps like poking you and then running back in the brush. And like, you don't want to let him do that. Okay, that was actually pretty good. I noticed also you have Frost Shot like on all the time. Now you're kind of like out of mana. Having Frost Shot on all the time is like not that great. Okay, so we're cutting backwards. This is good. You don't really have enough for volley. So yeah, this is the problem with Frost Shot costs 8 mana each and volley costs 60. So you don't really want to be using Frost Shot all the time. All things considered, it's not that bad. Janna has a ton of health, and Brand and Ashe are both super low, and you have shields from Janna, so you actually have pretty good control of this lane. You can just freeze, and it looks like... Wow. Okay, you guys got Brand, nice. I didn't think Brand would step up like that. So, looks like Jinx is not back, so you can continue to freeze. Like, Brand is going to come back with full health, but you're going to get so much XP that I think it's worth it to stay. Yeah, I'd be aggressively attacking Jinx, too. This is one thing you're not doing. Like, you have 600 range, so you need to be up in Jinx's face right now. Like, you could have gotten, you know, 2 more auto attacks in there and maybe a volley on to Jinx. And she would have had no health at this point. So, yeah, you got to watch out for that pillar. I think one thing you want to get in the habit of doing is right there you were standing still against Brand. You want to constantly be moving, either like back and forth, left and right, whatever. So you can dodge pillar really easily. Okay, you were moving right there and you dodged that pillar, so that was really good. Continue to do that. This Janna is playing extremely well, though. Like, she's recognizing when Brand's pillar is down, and she's going aggressive on them. So Janna's playing really, really well. I'd like to see you just kind of maybe follow up on her aggression a little bit. Like, when Brand uses his spells, that means they're on cooldown for a bit, and you're not really punishing them for that, and you can easily do so because you have a Janna. And like, this Jinx is just sticking around with just the Doran's Blade, and she's really low. So you're kind of letting her get free farm here for no reason. There you go. Okay, good. Excellent. I was like waiting for that to happen. Anytime, you know, you got to look at the situation. Nice job. You got to look at the situation. The situation there was Jinx was super low, hadn't bought yet because she was being greedy, and you have your pickaxe. You're back with full health. You know, you're in the commanding position. So it's great that you finally killed her and Brand because you had, you know, all those advantages. I would just like to see you do that a little bit sooner, right? So try to evaluate the situation like a little bit more often, and that way you can identify those advantages early and be like, oh, okay, I see. I should, you know, go aggressive now, basically. But try to look at the information in the lane and make a decision about whether you should be farming passively or playing aggressively. Okay, so you got blown up by Brand there. That sucks. Yeah, unfortunate. Oh, this Janna's trying really hard to save you. Okay, so you could have actually lived there, I think. When the zap was coming down, you just ran in a straight line. You could have actually cut towards the wall a little bit and not got hit by zap. And I think you would have lived. But anyway, that just kind of sucked because like Orianna flashed and then Janna ulted. So like, unfortunately, you know, Janna ulted Orianna closer to your tower, so you couldn't really escape. So that was just unfortunate. But you guys picked up Jinx there, so not too bad. You have a BF sword and a pickaxe. That's great. item build is fine for now. Your skill build is fine. Max volley first always is no exception. I like how you were attacking Jinx there. So like that was a great time that you had Frost Shot on. You had Frost Shot on, and you were, you know, attacking Jinx and just kind of chasing her down. Like that's great. So I've also seen you attack minions with Frost Shot though a little bit. You want to be a little bit more judicious about turning it off when you're farming, because you don't need to spend 8 mana to last hit, basically, because that's cutting into how many volleys you can use later, which is relevant. You've got your heals back up. You have no flash. You're only a little bit concerned. You have Dragon warded and Tribrush warded though, so you know Shyvana's not in the area and she has to come through lane. Okay, so you went for Brand. You got him. Oh. Okay, so you never actually used volley there till you ran away. You could have scared him at least. Like, I don't know if you could have killed him, but you definitely could have scared him with volley. So you want to try to, if you got a good ultimate there, but you want to try to ultimate, walk up, auto, and volley, or in the reverse order. It doesn't really matter. You want to use volley when they're stunned because you're definitely going to land it, basically. And it's a pretty short cooldown at this point. Like, it's only a 4-second cooldown. Yeah, you've got it maxed now. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, so you want to just be using volley a lot. Now you're in a really good position because, like, I don't think Brand had his ult there. Or he did have his ult, but it didn't matter. You had arrow. Like, anytime you have arrow, you can just pick up kills with it. So you're doing a really good job with that. And Janna can bolster your AD and stuff. Okay, this is really aggressive. I like this. Nice. Perfect. That was a good example of an opportunity like the one we saw earlier, except this time you identified it and you went on it right away, as opposed to letting her escape and, you know, survive for free and get some experience and free farm she shouldn't be getting. So very nice job. Yeah, your positioning here was a bit out of whack, and you had your arrow. I don't know if you had enough mana or not, but obviously if you had enough mana, cast the arrow. But I don't think you did. Okay, that was good. You got Ellen Tryndamere, who's a killing spree. They're just going mid and pushing. Yeah, I mean, you have their tower. You want to be mid pressuring them, even though your mid's dead. Okay, you dodged Shockwave there. That was really good. Okay, Brand ult. Brand ult and Ori ult down. So you can maybe get this tower. There's not a lot of... Yeah, awesome. Ooh. GG. Alright, not really GG, but that's pretty awesome. So we're going to push, and then... it's tough to say. I mean, you just want to try to group with the Nivea, I guess? Because Warwick's dead, so you can't really do that much. I would actually be going bot right now, because the Nivea can hold this for a while, but they're pushing bot really hard. You don't want to give up a tower for free. Like, you can give up a tower to get other things, but you don't want to give up a tower for free. And Jinx takes tower super fast, yeah. So you kind of just gave them a tower for nothing. You're going to be thinking about rotations and, like, how you can... If they're taking bot tower, what can you do? I mean, honestly, since you already took the tier 1 mid... There's not much you can do, but in that situation, I would have rotated back bot. Like, not... Okay, good, you picked up Tryndamere. Not that, like, I want to be going bot and trying to fight, like, you know, Jinx when they're behind, but just to defend the tower, because objectives are extremely important. And Janna saved your bacon right there, because you were dead to Ignite. I don't know what this Jinx was doing. I guess Jinx thought Nivea didn't have her egg or something, I don't know. But, yeah, that was funny. This game is full of funny and interesting plays. Okay, so you got red buff, you've got level 2 arrow. I'd like to see you group with your team. Okay, you arrowed. Okay, I like that you got the arrow down, but yeah, you were too close to them there. Because, like, your team was on the opposite side and you were over here, so, like, there's just pretty much nothing you could have done to, like, win that by yourself. But you could have just waited up here and stood further back, and you would have been alive for that, and you probably could have aced them. As an example. Okay, so skill build, your skill build is perfect, your item build is perfect. I pretty much would go Static Shiv Infinity Edge, because I think that's the best build for Ashe. Your passive actually guarantees the Chain Lightning crit on the first attack if you have a charge, which is really nice. And now you're going into Last Whisper, which is great. Okay, you have less history. That's actually really strong. 26 minutes in, you've got 3 items. You threw out your ult. That's funny, you both have global ults. You hit her. Coming there with your team, there's Jink. Nice, you dodged the Ori QW combo, that was really good. Stuck around, okay, you killed her. So now, in Warwick's top, like I want you to go mid, but like Warwick's not there. I was gonna say go bot, but like Tryndamere left, so what you're doing is fine, you're getting a lot of farm. Your mana is really low though. Okay, you just fired off your ult and missed, okay. Fine. Right, oh, you got a kill, that's worth. Brand getting kills doesn't really matter too much. So I'm kind of concerned that you have no mana right here. You have enough for an arrow. That's it though. Okay, you're going. No, you're not going back. And Jinx kill Warwick. This is the problem with like Anivia, is like there's really not much you can do. Fix. Oh, you're fine actually, yeah. I don't know why Shyvana did that and then she flashed away. Damn. Yeah, you gotta go back because you have no mana. Okay, cool. Okay, kind of fired off your arrow prematurely. You also left base with like missing a ton of mana still. Oh, we can get a dragon though maybe. Nice. Okay. Alright, you have Frost Shot on, you're kiting, this is great. Attack Shyvana. Okay, a couple things there. Micro position. Good job getting a double kill. You kept attacking at least, but like you actually missed a couple auto attacks when Orianna was in Hourglass. You were hyper focused on that and you didn't adjust and just A left click and start attacking Shyvana, because you could have attacked her at least twice while Orianna was in Hourglass and you're waiting to execute her. And you also flashed like 2 inches, so don't do that. But other than that, at least you were attacking like most of the time. Your positioning in general was very good. We're as far away from the action as you reasonably could be. Tryndamere couldn't really go on you. You basically made Ori kind of overextend to get to you, and she didn't even really get to you. So that was good. You have Bloodthirster, the build is fine. You're pretty much farming like a beast. Ton of gold, ton of kills. Oh, one thing I'd like to point out though is you want to get the Scrying Orb at some point. I understand the case for not getting Scrying Orb on Ashe, because you already have Scrying Orb kind of with your Hawkshot, but like having 2 Scrying Orbs is better than 1, and you're just never... You don't want to be in the position where you get caught warding late game, because the range for wards is like this. It's very, very short. Whereas Scrying Orb is like super long range. So you also have Frost Shot on a lot when you're attacking minions, I noticed. That's just something you want to monitor and not do. Okay, that was good. You stood on your tower and attacked Shyvana, which is what you're supposed to do. Oh wow, really good arrow. Not much you could have done there. Oh, Shockwave. Really good Janna ult. Okay. Wow, that was really good. You could have lived there, but I'm not going to criticize you for that. That was everything else. Like you played that like almost flawlessly. That was very good. You kept attack moving when you were just getting wrecked under tower from Shyvana and Tryndamere, which is like really important because a lot of ADC players I see, they'll panic and they'll just start running and they won't attack at all. So you were getting, you know, beat down and you still stayed and kept attack moving and kiting backwards. So that was excellent. So that, not much you could have done with that with Warwick not there. Unfortunately, you got aced. I would have said just try to like play safe until Warwick shows up. This Warwick seems like he's like not with you guys a lot. Yeah, he's only got 8 kill involvement. That's pretty poor. So you push top out. I would have pushed one more wave top probably. Warwick's top now? I don't understand what's going on. You're just trying to push the wave out with your team. That's good. Watch out for taking too much poke though, because Brand, Jinx can poke you down. If Shyvana gets on you, you might be in trouble. Oh, really good arrow. She ulted away. I don't know if there's anything you could have really done to follow up on that. Nice. Okay, that was really good. Ooh, the Shockwave positioning though. Yeah, so you kind of like, you gotta watch out for this right here. Like this brick or rock or whatever. Like you were here, so like, that limits your positioning where you can walk, because you basically can't go this way. You can't go this way or here. You have to like go around this thing. And Ori landed the ball like right here and shockwaved this area. So there was limited area for you to juke basically. So that's one thing. I think I would have rotated a little bit over here and attacked over here, whoever was over there. That's one thing you gotta watch out for Orianna ball. And remember, Ashe has 600 range, so take advantage of that. You know, don't stand too close to people or too close to your teammates. In the case of Orianna ult, you know, Shockwave is very, very good. You have to play around it, just like your ult is very, very good. You know, you have to play around her ult. That was nice. Shyvana is getting chewed up. What's her? Okay, Shyvana's build is like all offense. I see. That's why you're doing so much damage to her. They got Baron again. It's not really anything you can do about that. You have Flash. You have heal in about 3.5 minutes. Okay, you did finally get a Scrying Orb. That's good. You got a Quicksilver Sash. Let's look. So why did you get a Quicksilver Sash? You can Quicksilver Sash out of, I guess, Brand Stun and Shockwave Stun. Excuse me. Brand Exhaust, but like you shouldn't ever be in range of Brand to exhaust you. He flashes onto you. You shouldn't be getting hit by Brand Stun. I mean, I don't think I've seen you get hit by Brand Stun in a very long time. So I don't think it's particularly good for any of that stuff. I mean, you can USS Tryndamere slow, I guess, but that seems kind of weak. And Shyvana, I mean, I would have honestly gone Guardian Angel or Banshee's Veil, because like there's a lot of spells in that team you want to block, like, excuse me, Shockwave and maybe a Dissonance and Jinx Ult or whatever. Guardian Angel gives you armor against Tryndamere and Shyvana, who seem to be the main problem. I mean, what I see in teamfights are you getting shockwaved and dying, or the more common case is Shyvana and Tryndamere get on you, and they're a lot of physical damage, especially the way Shyvana built. I mean, built Blade, Trinity Force, and what do you call it? Maw. Okay, you didn't get hit with that shockwave. That was good. Oh, you got a Hawkshot. You could have Hawkshotted here and attacked Jinx, and probably not killed her, but you could have popped her Banshee's Veil. I mean, her Guardian Angel. I'm pretty confident, and that would have been a big deal. And then disengage ideally after that. That's one thing like you can use Hawkshot to do. Is it's, you know, just like, or you could have used your Scrying Orb. You had both of them up. So maybe you didn't see her, but I mean, you saw Orianna walk that way, so I would have instinctively created vision in that area regardless, and then given the information you would have had, make your decision then. But always try to use those items, or those items and abilities to give you information to make decisions. Excuse me. I don't know why this Shyvana hasn't built like armor. Does she finally have Randuin's at least? Okay, she has Randuin's, but there's really no defense against you, like super fed Ashe. But yeah, I mean, QSS, I mean, I can kind of see, because like you haven't been really focused at all this game. They just kind of let you do whatever the hell you want, and it gives you more damage. And there are things QSS, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say. It does help you like kite and stuff. Oh, okay, cutting backwards. She's gonna kill you. Oh, you got her. Ah. Alright, Azir finally gets a kill. I mean, I think you played that one about as well as you could have. You focused Jinx, you didn't get hit with Shockwave. Unfortunately, Orianna was just there to QW you. You had gotten lucky with a crit on Jinx when she came out of her GA. You could have actually probably won that. That was a really good job. I didn't realize. Yeah, she had Guardian Angel and you have more AD, so that kind of makes sense, I guess. But this Azir is a feeding machine, like feeding frenzy. Shockwave. A little bit of a panic flash, but I understand. Yeah, when they're outside of the base like that, that's another good time to use Hawkshot to create vision for yourself and see where they are, you know. I'd be attacking the minions a little bit more. I mean, you have 600 range again, so like, you know, you just have to respect Orianna Shockwave, but like beyond that, you know, There's not that much they can really initiate on you with. And again, you have Frost Shot while you're attacking minions, so that's sad. Your Monopole sad. Okay, trying to help out Warwick. This is Shyvana. You just... I feel like all 9 of Shyvana's deaths have been to you. Hilarious. Alright. Oh, yeah, I just got wrecked. Ooh, yeah. Did you had Quicksilver Sash?
Red team double kill.
Wait. What? You sold Quicksilver Sash. Oh. Okay. So I would say that's a mistake on Ashe. Like, you don't have an escape, right? So like if you had, that's a perfect use case where a Quicksilver Sash would have been awesome, because you could have Quicksilver Sash the Tryndamere Mocking Shout, and it would have removed the slow, which is a 60% slow for 4 seconds, which is disgusting, and the attack damage reduction, which is 80. Yeah, that's a lot. So yeah, I wouldn't have... Like, you can build this on Caitlyn, for instance, or someone like Ezreal maybe, but not on Ashe, because Ashe has no reposition, mobility, escape, anything like that. So I would have kept the Quicksilver Sash. Let's go over your questions real quick. Let me find your name here. God, that's not it. Okay, so your questions, you said, what could you have done to better carry this game? I would just say not getting hit with shockwaves. I think that's, if I had to pick one thing, you know, that's one thing. And at the end there, you know, not having Quicksilver Sash, I think you could have lived in that fight. But in general, you played pretty well. But yeah, respecting Shockwave, not getting hit by Shockwave, that's a big deal. How can you dodge AoE CC better like Oriole? See my previous comment. Well, actually, you said how. So, I mean, basically, I kind of talked about it a little bit before, but, you know, not clumping up near your team and just kind of respecting her range, because the ball comes out very slowly, and Oriana's really not that long range. So those are two things. And as Ashe, you have a, you know, volley is like 1200 range, and you have 600 range attack. So you have the tools to not be in position to get destroyed by Shockwave. What should you do when everyone on the enemy team has a GA? Yeah, they did have a lot of GAs, didn't they? I mean, there was the one opportunity where you definitely could have proc Jinx's GA, I think. If you had Hawkshotted or Scrying Orbed. In general, though, I mean, GA doesn't really mean that much to you as an ADC. Like, if you're an assassin, that'd be a big deal, but you're not an assassin, you're Ashe. And you're an ADC, so that doesn't really matter. I mean, you just gotta understand that when the Guardian Angel goes off, they're gonna come back to life. So you have to respect that as like a zone of threat. You said, what do you think you need to improve on? You think you need to improve on rotations as well as positioning in team fights. I think your rotations are pretty good. The only rotation I would mark against you was basically when you gave up that bot tower to Jinx. So Jinx specifically, because she attacks so fast. If you're rotating away, you should be doing something. If not, go back and defend your tower. Your positioning in team fights, again, I would just say watch out for Shockwave, respect the Shockwave distance, and don't stand near your team. That's the main thing. I mean, in general, your positioning was very good. You attack moved correctly for the most part. And that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. And if you hit the subscribe button above my head that's about to pop up, you'll get an email every time a new video comes out. Stay frosty.